In this video, we will introduce a unique community with an isolated lifestyle frozen in time, the Amish community, a group of traditional Christians with a simple lifestyle. But hidden behind that simple appearance are deceitful rules that will make you shiver. Join us as we explore 20 shocking rules Amish women must follow. From strict dress codes to stories of sexual abuse, these rules govern every aspect of Amish women's lives. Are these rules a testament to strong beliefs, or do they paint a darker picture of control and compliance? Let's explore together in this video. 1. The rule requires attendance at community events. One of the most fascinating customs that sets the Amish apart is their steadfast commitment to mandatory attendance at community events. Even if it's small things like working in the barn, keeping bees, or going to church on Sunday. In the Amish community, participation is not a choice, it is an expectation. In their view, missing out on an event is like turning your back on the community. The events they are forced to participate in, called Gemeinschafts, are aimed at socializing, strengthening relationships, and promoting solidarity. Additionally, it provides Amish youth with an opportunity to meet potential friends. This promotion of solidarity and forced attendance also acts as a measure of social control. In a society where conformity is highly valued, this aspect of forced attendance can sometimes make those who question the norms feel suspicious. Do you agree with the customs and traditions of this community? Please write your answer below this video to share with us. The strange things don't stop there. Next, we will show you how confusing the Amish people are when using their costumes right here. 2. No buttons are allowed. One striking feature you will quickly notice is that traditional Amish clothing has no buttons. Traditional clothing does not have buttons but instead uses hooks and eyes. Buttons are straight pins. This custom arose from the desire to avoid ostentation and emphasize modesty, since buttons were considered decorative and capable of pride. Additionally, Amish clothing prioritizes practicality and durability, with simpler laces that are easier to repair or replace. Although unusual to outsiders, this custom is integral to Amish life, reflecting their commitment to humble and community-centered values. The absence of buttons serves as a stark reminder of their dedication to simplicity and spiritual satisfaction, in stark contrast to the modern world's emphasis on simplicity and spiritual satisfaction, fashion, and self-expression. 3. The serious threat of the ban. Within the tight-knit Amish community, there is a practice that is both fascinating and prohibitive: the practice of banning individuals from the community. In the Amish community, the practice of banning, or meidung, involves the deliberate exclusion of individuals from social and religious life. This severe punishment is enforced when someone refuses to obey ordnung, the community's unwritten code of conduct. The reasons for being banned include not going to church, violating community rules, or marrying outside the faith. Once banned, the individual will be excommunicated and isolated, with even family members forbidden from contact. The Amish take shunning very seriously, so much so that they won't even share a meal with a forbidden person. There are many strange rules to be discovered behind. Please continue with us to see those strange things. 4. Women and higher education. In the Amish community, education is highly valued but is more distinct from mainstream society. Children attend one-room schools and learn basic subjects until grade 8. Beyond this point, gender divisions clearly appear. While boys may pursue vocational or practical skills, girls, on the other hand, often end their formal education after 8th grade to focus on family skills and community responsibilities. This reflects the traditional role of the Amish. Although it may seem unusual by modern standards, this practice is consistent with the Amish commitment to a simple, traditional lifestyle that prioritizes shared values over individual aspirations. 5. Birth control is prohibited. In the Amish community, birth control is strictly prohibited. Following a literal interpretation of the biblical command to be fruitful and multiply, they viewed contraception as contrary to God's will. As a result, Amish couples often embrace the possibility of having a large family, viewing children as a blessing. It is normal for families to have 5, 10, or more children, and parents must take full responsibility for the upbringing and education of their children. Do you agree with their views? Next is the highly anticipated hot topic we discovered. That is the unique difference in the way of understanding love between Amish people and normal people. 6. Unconventional courtship customs. In the traditional world of the Amish, one practice that stands out is their distinct courtship customs. It's not like regular dating. Instead of dating, Amish young people engage in courtship, which involves spending time together in a group setting, often with family members present, ensuring the relationship remains focused and pure. Another unique aspect of Amish courtship is the union, in which a fully clothed couple spends time together in bed, separated by a wooden board or blanket. This unique approach allows them to be more engaged while still adhering to the principles of humility. This courtship can last for months or years as the couple evaluates their readiness for marriage, and the finale will be a simple ceremony attended by the community. We've seen half the picture of the Amish's strange rules. But that's not the end, and there are many strange things imposed on women to be explored in the next part. Before we continue, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me out in any way, just hitting that subscribe button would mean the world. It greatly supports this channel. And if you do that for me, I promise my team and I will do everything we can to make this show even better for you. Do we have a deal? 7. Bonnet Tradition. Hats are a lifelong symbol of Amish women's identity and faith. It is a distinctive and essential part of Amish women's clothing, symbolizing modesty and modesty. Hats are made from plain, solid-colored fabric that cover a woman's hair, which is considered her glory according to the Bible. Amish women believe that inner qualities are more important than appearance. Besides, bonnets also serve as nonverbal communication. The style, color, and way of tying the tie can indicate marital status or religion. In addition to being symbolic, hats are also very practical, protecting women from the sun, wind, and rain while doing housework outdoors. Do you like the Amish tradition of wearing hats? 8. Home childbirth. The way the Amish think has brought new life to the world may make you curious about their unique methods. Outstanding and different from the world, when they love giving birth at home, they consider it a deeply personal and spiritual experience. They stay away from modern hospitals to maintain isolation from the outside world. Amish women give birth with the help of a midwife, a trusted and experienced community member, rather than a formally trained medical professional. This custom emphasizes the importance of family participation, gathering to support the mother. The atmosphere is quiet and prayerful, reflecting their faith in God's providence. Amish women often forgo pain relief and rely solely on their own strength and community support. The delivery room is simple and unadorned, emphasizing the value of modesty and simplicity. 9. Women cannot become preachers. In Amish beliefs, there is a clear and distinct distinction between responsibilities between men and women. Women are primarily responsible for housework and family, while men take on leadership roles in church and community. Based on the Amish interpretation of the Bible, which emphasizes male leadership in the church, only men can serve as preachers, pastors, or bishops. However, men's preaching role still seems limited or confusing from an outsider's perspective. As for Amish women, despite their limitations in becoming preachers, they play a central role in maintaining the spiritual fabric of the community. They actively participate in church services, teach Sunday school, and contribute to the spiritual growth of their families. Their influence may not be as overt as that of male preachers, but it is deeply felt in the community. 10. The Mystery of Rum-sprin-ga. Rum-sprin-ga is a particularly fascinating and mysterious custom of the Amish community. The Rum-sprin-ga tradition is a Pennsylvania Dutch term meaning running around or wild journey, referring to the period of early age 16 when Amish adolescents begin to experience the outside world free from the constraints of Amish rules and customs. They can wear non-Amish clothing, use technology, and explore non-Amish behaviors. In fact, Rum-sprin-ga is a critical period that allows them to make an informed choice about whether or not to commit to the Amish lifestyle. Rum-sprin-ga is informal and unstructured, with no rules or fixed timelines. Its duration varies, and the choice of whether to return to an Amish community is personal. This freedom leads to mixed results. Some teenagers return to the Amish ways, while others choose a different path. Despite its open nature, Rum-sprin-ga's experiences and decisions are deeply personal and often kept private within the community. 11. Limited sex education. It is surprising that Amish schools do not provide comprehensive sex education. The single main reason for this is a reflection of their belief in modesty and the sacredness of marriage, and the desire to protect young minds from explicit or mundane information. Children are taught basic biology, but human reproduction is rarely discussed. Instead, children learn about the life cycle through farm work and nature. Understanding human reproduction comes from open, frank conversations with parents and trusted adults. This action emphasizes the sanctity of marriage, the importance of family, and the religious significance of procreation. This approach helps promote trust and responsibility among young Amish individuals. 12. Amish women generally do not wear cosmetics or makeup. Amish women do not wear makeup regularly as a habit. Because Amish women value natural beauty very much, they rarely wear makeup or use cosmetics. This perspective comes from their deep respect for God's creation and their desire to maintain a spirit of meekness and humility. Instead of makeup, they express their individuality through the diverse clothing and hairstyles typical of their Amish sect. Each woman's beauty is different. Do you use makeup to express your beauty? Please share with us your views. 13. The toy has no face shape. Amish children's toys lack facial features, an odd feature in the Amish community. These toys are often handmade by families or local artisans, simple but charming. This mysterious design choice stems from the Amish belief that faces on toys promote pride and vanity. Faceless toys encourage imaginative play, allowing children to project their own emotions onto them, promoting both creativity and humility. Although simple, these toys help children form strong emotional bonds by expressing their own emotions with them. 14. Amish wedding night. Amish wedding customs have many differences from mainstream society. After the traditional wedding ceremony, newlyweds do not go on a honeymoon or move into their own home. Instead, they spend a few nights to a few weeks staying with the bride's parents or close relatives. During the first days of marriage, newlyweds will take on responsibilities for the host family, including cleaning, cooking, and helping with chores. This period of shared labor represents their commitment to joint work and family cooperation. It also helps them bond with their in-laws and get used to the transition to married life, thereby exposing them to the values of the Amish community, family relationships, and the sanctity of marriage. 15. Livestock farming in barns. Barn raising is a defining feature of the Amish community, demonstrating their commitment to teamwork and self-sufficiency. That spirit is most clearly demonstrated by the entire community working together to build projects in just one day. Each person was assigned specific tasks, from lifting wooden beams to reinforcing the roof, all without modern machinery. This event is strictly organized and carries a spirit of solidarity with the common goal of completing the barn effectively. After the work session, they held a meal together to congratulate each other on their achievements. This highlight emphasizes the importance of communal labor and community cohesion in Amish culture. 16. No technology. The Amish community prohibits the use of modern technology on a large scale, especially electrical and electronic devices. They believe that relying too much on technology can erode their virtues of simplicity and humility, while also causing division and distraction from their spiritual lives. They choose to prioritize faith, family, and community over worldly distractions. Their technology-free lifestyle leaves them behind. They mainly use self-sufficient fuels close to nature for daily living activities. However, they also use little technology for essential tasks such as business or medical needs, but their lifestyle sets them apart from the world. Language is a means of connection and a lever for diverse development. Being fluent in multiple languages is success on the path of life development. 17. Fluent in 3 languages. One notable research aspect of Amish culture is that they are trilingual. Within their families and communities, they used Pennsylvania Dutch for daily communication and when attending church services. In addition, the Amish are fluent in English to interact with the wider world. Besides, they also used High German in religious texts and church ceremonies to maintain proficiency for spiritual purposes. Their trilingualism reflects their dedication to preserving cultural heritage, faith, and tradition while facilitating necessary engagement with the outside world. What languages do you know? Please share with us about your success in understanding languages. 18. They get baptized as adults. Quite distinct from Christian sects, the Amish practice adult baptism between the ages of 16 and 25 to ensure a conscious commitment to the faith. The process involves many months of preparation and religious education. Baptism is often held in a stream or creek, symbolizing the cleansing of sins and a new life in the church. This important event emphasizes the Amish values of personal choice, faith, and community, highlighting their distinctive religious practices and commitment to tradition. 19. The dark side of Amish communities. While the Amish community is known for its unique customs and traditions, there have been disturbing reports of sexual abuse within the community. According to Cosmopolitan, Amish men in many countries of the United States have been accused of sexually assaulting their daughters, sisters, and employees. More than 36 Amish people were interviewed, revealing that child sexual abuse is an increasing concern. One notable case involved Mary Byler, who was repeatedly raped by members of her community, including her brothers. In a rare case, her 2004 case sent the criminals to prison. Typically, the Amish handle such problems internally, preventing victims from seeking outside help. This internal solution has been criticized for enabling criminals and failing to protect victims. It is important to realize that not all Amish communities are the same, and many do not commit or participate in sexual abuse. Some communities have taken steps to address the problem, such as setting up hotlines and working with law enforcement. Despite these challenges, the Amish community remains a unique culture with many notable traditions. 20. Women must be very submissive to their husbands. In the Amish community, there is a clear division of labor and power between husband and wife, with men often considered the head of the household. Amish women are expected to obey and respect their husbands, reflecting the community's adherence to the biblical concept of male leadership. This submission is evident in everyday life. Women often focus their roles on housework and child rearing and consult their husbands on important decisions. Although these expectations may seem limited by modern standards, they have deep roots in the Amish commitment to religious belief, community, and tradition. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, GlobeGo. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that's appearing on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love the content. Comment below on the next country you'd like to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Welcome back to GlobeGo. When thinking about traveling to Asia, which country comes to mind? Is it Korea, Japan, or maybe somewhere else? Today we explore Malaysia, an exotic land full of captivating contrasts and hidden treasures. It's also known for its warm and friendly people, and is a great place to meet some truly amazing women. And if you like nightlife, you'll find it just as thrilling, if not more so, than in Thailand and Vietnam. But before we jump into why Malaysia is such a unique spot in Asia, I have a question for you. Where are you from? Have you ever heard of Malaysia? Are you curious about what makes this place so special? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's chat about it. Malaysia, located in Southeast Asia, boasts a population of about 33 million people as of the year 2024. This charming country is divided into 2 regions: Peninsular Malaysia, bordering Thailand and Singapore, and East Malaysia on the island of Borneo, which shares borders with Indonesia and Brunei. With an area of approximately 330,000 square kilometers, Malaysia is the 66th largest country globally. Its landscape is breathtakingly diverse, from dense tropical forests and majestic mountains to coastal plains and vast rivers, making it a paradise of biodiversity and natural beauty. On the majestic island of Borneo, nature reigns supreme. This vast island, shared with Indonesia and Brunei, is home to one of the oldest and most biodiverse tropical rainforests in the world. Here, visitors can explore lush forests, towering mountains, and winding rivers while marveling at the incredible diversity of wildlife that inhabits the area. Meanwhile, on the Malay Peninsula, also known as Peninsular Malaysia, visitors are greeted by a series of golden sand beaches and beautiful clear waters. The region is also the economic and cultural center of the country, with the largest concentration of bustling metropolises and urban centers. Here, Kuala Lumpur's towering skyscrapers rise from the landscape, a testament to the country's progress and prosperity. While Kuala Lumpur's skyline is a symbol of Malaysia's modernization, the country's traditions and cultural practices remain deeply rooted. What ancient traditions still thrive amidst this modern backdrop, and how do they shape Malaysian society today? Malaysia has a tropical rainforest climate characterized by high humidity, abundant rainfall, and relatively stable temperatures all year round. Average temperatures range from 77 degrees Fahrenheit to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Coastal regions tend to be warmer, while highlands are cooler with temperatures ranging from 59 degrees Fahrenheit to 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity is generally high, averaging about 80%. April and October are months with relatively stable weather and less rainfall, ideal for outdoor activities and sightseeing. Kuala Lumpur is the vibrant and cosmopolitan capital of Malaysia. Known affectionately as KL, this bustling metropolis is home to the iconic Petronas Twin Towers. These impressive towers, each 88 stories high and connected by a suspension bridge, are a must-see tourist attraction and a symbol of the city. Kuala Lumpur is not just the capital but also the largest city in Malaysia, with a population of about 1.8 million people. As a financial, commercial, and cultural center, KL offers a captivating blend of modern sophistication and traditional charm. The skyline, featuring the once tallest Petronas Twin Towers, is truly breathtaking. KL is a cultural melting pot, reflected in its diverse culinary scene. You can find everything from high-end luxury dining to bustling street food stalls offering a variety of local and international flavors. The city's contrasts are evident everywhere. Sleek, modern shopping malls and high-rise buildings sit next to quaint local markets and colonial architecture. Malaysia is a vibrant mosaic of culture and history that stands out as one of Asia's most fascinating countries. Imagine a place where the modern skyline of Kuala Lumpur, represented by the iconic Petronas Towers, coexists with traditional temples and bustling markets. This is a nation where diversity is the norm, with a population of 33 million people. While half are Malay, the rest include a significant number of Indian and Chinese nationals, as well as indigenous tribes mainly from Borneo. This rich mix creates a multi-ethnic and multicultural landscape filled with great religious diversity. Malaysians are renowned for their warm hospitality. Here, etiquette emphasizes respect for elders, modesty, and politeness. Shoes are often removed before entering homes, and it is common to use the right hand for eating and passing objects. Malay or Bahasa Malaysia is the official language, but English is widely spoken. Other languages such as Mandarin, Tamil, and numerous indigenous dialects are also prevalent. Traditional attire varies among ethnic groups, with Malay men wearing baju Melayu, a loose shirt and pants often paired with a sampan, and women donning baju kurung, consisting of a tunic and skirt. Islam is the official religion, with about 61% of the population practicing it. However, Malaysia supports religious freedom, with 20% of the population being Buddhist, 9% Christian, and 6% Hindu. Given the Muslim majority, the country follows Sharia law, influencing many aspects of life from the legal system to social and family matters. Women have played a crucial role in Malaysia's cultural and economic development. In traditional Malay society, women were the custodians of singing, dancing, and dancing, and weaving skills vital to cultural identity. The intricate patterns of songket, a hand-woven fabric made from silk or cotton with gold or silver threads, reflect the artistic heritage preserved by Malaysian women for generations. In the Chinese community, women often help family businesses thrive, while in the Indian community, they maintain and pass down religious and cultural practices. In Malaysia, family matters for Muslims, including the practice of polygamy, are governed by Sharia law. Under this system, Muslim men are permitted to have up to 4 wives, but it's not as simple as it sounds. This right is exclusive to Muslims and is administered by each state's Sharia courts, meaning civil law does not apply to these matters. To practice polygamy, A man must apply to the Sharia court and provide a legitimate reason for taking another wife. The court then evaluates whether he can maintain fairness and justice among his wives. While the consent of the first wife is not legally required, her opinion may be considered during the court's approval process. Contrary to popular belief, polygamy is not widespread among Malaysian men. Many prefer to have just one wife. So the question is, would you be willing to have 4 mothers-in-law? For me, that's a bit too much. When it comes to Malaysia, one of the country's most striking features is its diverse and beautiful population, especially its women. The ethnic mix in Malaysia creates a wide array of physical features and fashion styles, blending traditional and modern elements. As of the year 2024, Malaysia's beauty pageants and fashion industry are thriving, showcasing the nation's talent on the global stage. While beauty rankings are subjective and constantly changing, Malaysian women are celebrated for their unique beauty and outstanding charisma within the diverse cultural tapestry of Southeast Asia. Malaysian women come in all shapes and sizes. Many Malay women tend to have fuller figures, while Chinese and Indian women often have slimmer figures. Hair texture ranges from straight to wavy or curly, with colors usually being dark brown or black. Eye shapes are equally varied. Some have larger, rounder eyes while others have more almond-shaped eyes. Dark brown is the most common eye color. Skin tones in Malaysia range from fair to olive to darker brown, reflecting the country's rich ethnic diversity. Known for their warmth, hospitality, and resilience, Malaysian women value family and community, often demonstrating a strong sense of social responsibility and teamwork. Loyalty in relationships is highly valued, and Malaysian women are often seen as devoted partners who cherish family values. Their lifestyles differ significantly between urban and rural areas. Urban women often balance professional careers with family life, while rural women may participate more in community and traditional roles. Significant strides have been made toward gender equality, with women holding key positions in both government and the private sector. Education is highly valued in Malaysia, and many women pursue higher education and professional careers. Most Malaysian women are multilingual, fluent in Malay, the national language, and often speak English, Mandarin, or Tamil, depending on their ethnic background. They are increasingly prominent in many different professional fields, from business and politics to education and healthcare. In addition to their appearance, Malaysian women are also famous for their elegance in dressing, with a fashion style that combines tradition and modernity. They often wear colorful clothes and luxurious fabrics to enhance their natural beauty and express their individuality. Traditional costumes such as the baju kurung or sari are worn with grace and elegance, reflecting Malaysia's rich cultural heritage. The multicultural environment in Malaysia gives women in this country exceptional adaptability and cultural awareness. Many Malaysian women prefer seeking foreign partners due to a combination of cultural, economic, and personal factors. They are often attracted to the stability, financial security, and progressive attitudes of foreign men. Cultural exposure through education, travel, and media has broadened their perspectives, leading to an appreciation of different lifestyles and values. Additionally, some Malaysian women seek more egalitarian relationships, which they believe are more attainable with foreign partners. This trend is also influenced by increasing global connectivity and the growing presence of expatriates and tourists in Malaysia. Malaysia is a country often overshadowed by its bustling neighbor, Thailand. Despite being less frantic, Malaysia's nightlife is captivating and unique. Did you know that Malaysia's nightlife is distinctively different from its neighbors, with a unique blend of cultural influences and vibrant hotspots? What makes this nightlife experience truly special? In Kuala Lumpur, the nation's capital, many bars are strategically located on the upper floors of buildings, offering breathtaking city views while you unwind. Whether you prefer bars, clubs, karaoke, or even casinos, Kuala Lumpur has something to suit your taste, set against some of the most stunning backdrops you'll ever see. Due to the influence of Muslim culture, alcoholic drinks can be a bit pricier, but overall, the cost of living in Malaysia is surprisingly affordable. Let's look at some of the capital's notable bars. First up, the Sky Bar, one of Kuala Lumpur's most famous and sophisticated venues, is situated on the 33rd floor of a hotel. From here, you can enjoy spectacular views of the Petronas Towers and a mesmerizing water show on the lake below. The modern, elegant ambience is enhanced by live music and DJs. Drinks range from around $2 to $4, and the dress code is smart casual, so leave the shorts and flip-flops at home. Another must-visit is the Helipad Lounge Bar on the 34th floor. By day, it's a functioning helipad, but at night it transforms into an outdoor bar. Entry is free, but you need to buy at least one drink. Prices are similar to those at Sky Bar, and there are happy hour promotions from 6 in the evening until 9 at night. Lastly, don't miss PS150, a hidden gem located behind a toy store in Chinatown. This secret bar offers an intimate and cozy atmosphere reminiscent of Asian films. Divided into 3 distinct areas, each representing a different era in Malaysian and Asian history, PS150 serves creative cocktails made with local and exotic ingredients. Drinks here range from $4 to $6. Besides drinks, Malaysian cuisine is a vibrant tapestry of flavors and techniques, reflecting the multicultural identity of the country's people. It's an interesting combination that borrows heavily from Malay, Chinese, Indian, Thai, Javanese, and Sumatran traditions. Imagine starting your day with nasi lemak, a classic Malaysian dish featuring rice cooked in coconut milk, accompanied by fried anchovies, peanuts, boiled eggs, and a spicy sambal sauce. It's a delicious and unique experience that tantalizes your taste buds. A rich, flavorful meal like a faux dish enhanced with the creamy texture of coconut milk. You can savor succulent seafood, tender chicken, or delicately seasoned beef, all harmoniously blending together to create a mouth-watering delight. Another must-try dish is laksa, a spicy and aromatic noodle soup. The ingredients and style of laksa vary by region, but they all share a rich base made from fish or chicken broth, flavored with coconut milk, lemongrass, ginger, and a medley of spices. This soup is a perfect harmony of flavors and textures. And that's just the beginning. There's also rendang, a dish where meat is slow-cooked to perfection with coconut milk and an array of spices. For those craving more flavor, satay is a must-try small, grilled meat skewers served with a delightful peanut sauce. Malaysia's culinary scene thrives on fresh herbs like lemongrass, ginger, and coriander, which add a distinctive twist to every meal. And for those who are more adventurous, there's a unique soup made from the intimate part of a bull, believed to enhance a man's potency. Would you dare to try it? Let's not forget the vibrant tropical fruits that add a sweet and tangy twist to the culinary experience. From the sweetness of mangoes to the tanginess of pineapples and the unique richness of durian, Malaysian fruits are a treat for the senses. Despite its strong and often controversial aroma, durian is known as the king of fruits in Malaysia and is highly valued throughout Southeast Asia. In Malaysian society, women often play a significant role as culinary experts and breadwinners. They are the guardians of culinary traditions, teaching both girls and boys the art of balancing flavors and spices essential to Malaysian cooking. Today, many Malaysian female chefs are making waves on the global stage, introducing the world to Malaysian cuisine and creatively reinterpreting traditional recipes. These chefs not only highlight the flavors but also share the stories and traditions behind each dish, contributing to an evolving culinary narrative that honors heritage while embracing innovation. If you're thinking of exploring all the wonders that Malaysia has to offer, it's good to know about the cost of living in the country. Here, the official currency is called the ringgit, a term that means irregular. In the Malay language, in reference to the serrated edges of the Spanish silver dollar widely used in the 16th and 17th centuries. Currently, Malaysia has set a minimum wage of 1,500 ringgit, which is roughly $324 per month. However, salaries can vary significantly depending on the industry, level of expertise, and region of the country. Malaysia is a gem with many growth opportunities, boasting a thriving mixed economy in manufacturing, services, and agriculture. As of the year 2024, Malaysia's GDP per capita stood at about $13,000, placing it in the category of an upper-middle-income country. The cost of living here varies significantly by region. Urban centers like Kuala Lumpur tend to be more expensive than rural areas, but overall, Malaysia offers a very affordable lifestyle for expats and retirees, with modern infrastructure and great healthcare services. In the capital Kuala Lumpur, you can live quite comfortably. The main costs you will encounter are related to housing. Renting a one-bedroom apartment downtown costs around $400 to $800 a month, while outside the city, you can find places for as little as $250 to $500. In more affordable areas, fully furnished apartments can drop to around $240. For utilities like water, electricity, gas, and internet, you can expect to pay around $50 to $100 a month. If you live alone, this could cost as little as $36. When it comes to groceries, about $170 per month will cover fruits, vegetables, meat, and dairy for 2 people. Compared to Western countries, Malaysia is incredibly affordable. As of the year 2024, the average monthly cost for a couple to live comfortably in Malaysia is between $700 and $1,500, not including rent. For single people, monthly costs range from about $340 to $560, including groceries, meals, transportation, and utilities. Before exploring Social Security in Malaysia, if you could help me out, it just takes 10 seconds to hit that subscribe button. It supports this channel a lot. And if you do that for me, I promise my team will do everything they can to make this show even better for you. Do we have a deal? Malaysia's healthcare system is exceptional, offering both public and private options. Known for its top-notch facilities and skilled professionals, it's highly rated by the World Health Organization for accessibility and quality. Expats enjoy affordable private healthcare with specialist consultations costing between $30 and $60 US. The country also has a robust social security system, providing pensions, disability, and survivor benefits through the Employees Provident Fund and the Social Security Organization. The Per Caso program recently extended benefits to informal sector workers, including housewives, recognizing their significant economic contributions. Safety is another highlight of Malaysia, which has a low crime rate compared to many Western countries. Petty theft is the most common issue, while violent crime is rare. Malaysia ranks among the 30 safest countries on the Global Peace Index, making it a great choice for families and retirees. The quality of life is further enriched by Malaysia's stunning landscapes, from the beaches of Langkawi to the Cameron Highlands. Efficient and affordable public transportation, especially in Kuala Lumpur, costs between $30 and $50 US a month, adding to the convenience of living here. If you're intrigued by the idea of living in an affordable paradise, you might want to consider Malaysia. This Southeast Asian gem allows visitors to stay for up to 90 days without a visa. Plus, if you're thinking about a longer stay, Malaysia offers the My Second Home program, perfect for those looking to settle down for the long haul. The My Second Home program allows foreigners to reside in Malaysia for 10 years, with the possibility of renewal. It's geared towards more mature individuals, requiring applicants to be at least 50 years old. To qualify, you need to demonstrate a minimum monthly income of about $1,400. If you can't meet this income level, you can opt to make a one-time deposit of at least $60,000 in a Malaysian bank instead. Family members are also welcome under this program, as family visit visas are issued for a 10-year term. Another route to residency is through marriage to a Malaysian citizen, similar to immigration options in many other countries. What do you think about Malaysian women? Do you find them attractive? What is your impression of life in Malaysia? Please comment below and chat with me. If you like today's video, please give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel GlobeGo. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen now. I am sure you will like this content. Comment below with the next country you'd like to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Ghana, often hailed as the crown jewel of West Africa, is a land brimming with rich cultural traditions and captivating features. Imagine a country with only one natural lake but an abundance of gold and diamond reserves, some of the richest in the world. Ghana is truly full of surprises. However, its history is complex, with customs like the Trokosi system, which has faced widespread condemnation. On a brighter note, Ghanaians celebrate unique traditions, such as welcoming the new year with joyful cheers that showcase their vibrant culture. Join us as we uncover 24 of the most intriguing and unusual facts about this fascinating West African nation of Ghana. Number 1. Coffins in unique shapes. In Ghana, coffins are crafted into unique shapes to celebrate the lives and personalities of the deceased, a tradition that has transformed funerals into vibrant, personalized ceremonies, known as fantasy coffins or figurative coffins. These creations are often designed to reflect the deceased's profession, interests, or social status. For instance, a fisherman might be buried in a fish-shaped coffin, while a teacher could have a coffin shaped like a pen or a book. The Kain Kway Carpentry Workshop in Teshi, Accra, is a notable center for this art form, where skilled craftsmen like Lawrence Anang and Eric Ajadi Anang produce these elaborate coffins. The designs range from animals and vehicles to everyday objects, ensuring each coffin is as unique as the individual it represents. These coffins are not only a part of local funerals but have also become cultural exports, with pieces displayed in international museums and galleries. They serve as a poignant reminder of the vibrant lives led by the deceased and are a testament to Ghanaian craftsmanship and cultural expression. Did you know that each Adinkra symbol carries a unique meaning, often connected to ancient proverbs and philosophical concepts? Stay tuned. Number 2. Adinkra symbols. Adinkra symbols are a unique and fascinating aspect of Ghanaian culture, originating from the Akan people. These symbols visually represent a wide range of concepts, proverbs, and values, and are commonly found in fabrics, pottery, logos, and architecture. Each symbol holds deep cultural and philosophical meanings, often tied to proverbs, providing a rich layer of significance beyond their visual appeal. Historically, Adinkra symbols were reserved for royalty and spiritual leaders during important ceremonies like funerals. One popular story tells how the Asante people acquired the knowledge of creating Adinkra cloth after defeating the Jaman king, integrating these symbols into their own culture and broadening their use. The traditional method of making Adinkra cloth involves stamping these symbols with ink made from the bark of the bedi tree. Artisans carve stamps from calabashes or cassava tubers, dip them in the ink, and press them onto the cloth. This cloth is mainly worn at funerals, symbolizing a farewell to the deceased. Today, Adinkra symbols have gained international recognition and are used in various forms, from tattoos to modern art pieces, underscoring their lasting cultural significance and global appeal. Number 3. Kente cloth. Kente cloth is a vibrant and culturally significant textile from Ghana, mainly associated with the Ashanti and Ewe peoples. Known for its bright colors and intricate patterns, each piece of Kente cloth carries specific meanings and historical significance. Kente cloth is woven on horizontal strip looms, producing narrow strips that are sewn together to create larger pieces. Each pattern and color combination has symbolic meanings. For example, gold stands for royalty and spiritual purity, while black represents maturity and a connection with ancestors. The designs often reflect proverbs, historical events, and values like strength and humility. Originally, Kente was reserved for royalty and special occasions. Nowadays, it is more widely accessible and used in various forms, from traditional garments to modern fashion accessories. Despite its broader use, Kente remains a powerful symbol of Ghanaian identity, pride, and heritage, celebrated both locally and globally. Number 4. Shea butter production. Shea butter production in Ghana is a significant industry, primarily driven by women in rural communities. This industry serves as a vital source of income and supports around 16 million women across Africa, with Ghana being a major hub due to its rich shea nut resources. The United Nations Development Program has been instrumental in empowering women in the shea butter industry in Ghana. Through initiatives like the Global Environment Facility Small Grants Program, they support projects that promote sustainable shea production practices. For example, Ripples Ghana, a shea-producing non-governmental organization, received Fair Trade certification, allowing its members to access international markets. The certification process, which typically takes 5 years, was expedited to 2.5 years, significantly boosting the economic prospects of the women involved. All right, we've just explored some of the amazing things about this country. If you are impressed with it, leave a comment saying "beautiful country" to show your enthusiasm and love for it. Your feedback is the motivation for us to continue creating more high-quality videos for you. Number 5. Ghanaian jollof rice. Ghanaian jollof rice is a beloved national dish in Ghana, known for its rich, flavorful tomato base and distinctive blend of spices. It is a staple at social gatherings and festive occasions, bringing people together with its aromatic and savory taste. The preparation of Ghanaian jollof rice starts with creating a flavorful tomato stew. This base typically includes blended tomatoes, onions, peppers, garlic, and ginger, simmered until thick and rich. The addition of spices such as thyme, curry powder, and bay leaves enhances the depth of flavor. Long-grain parboiled rice is then added to this tomato mixture, ensuring the rice absorbs all the delicious flavors without becoming mushy. One key to authentic Ghanaian jollof rice is the slow cooking process. The rice is simmered on low heat, allowing it to cook evenly and infuse with the spices and tomato sauce. This method prevents the rice from sticking to the pot and burning, resulting in a perfect texture. Number 6. The Greening of the Sahara Project. The Greening of the Sahara Project in Ghana is part of the broader Great Green Wall Initiative, an ambitious effort to combat desertification and land degradation across the Sahel region. Launched in the year 2007 by the African Union, the project aims to create an 8,000-kilometer-long and 15-kilometer-wide mosaic of restored lands, stretching from Senegal in the west to Djibouti in the east. This initiative involves planting trees, improving irrigation, and implementing sustainable land management practices to restore degraded land and prevent the Sahara Desert from encroaching further south. In Ghana, the Regreening Africa project, funded by the European Union, is a key component of this initiative. It focuses on restoring 1 million hectares of land and improving the livelihoods of 500,000 households through agroforestry and soil conservation techniques. This project leverages the strengths of local smallholder farmers to turn degraded lands into thriving landscapes, integrating trees into croplands and communal areas to maintain healthy ecosystems. Did you know Kakom National Park is home to over 600 species of butterflies and offers a breathtaking canopy walk through the rainforest? Stay tuned. Number 7. Kakom National Park. Kakom National Park in Ghana is renowned for its canopy walk, an exhilarating attraction that offers visitors a unique perspective of the rainforest. The canopy walk consists of 7 suspension bridges that extend 333 meters in length and are suspended up to 30 meters above the forest floor. This structure, designed by Canadian engineers and constructed with the help of local Ghanaians, provides an adventurous experience as visitors traverse the treetops, enjoying panoramic views of the lush, tropical forest below. Kakom National Park, located in the central region of Ghana, covers 375 square kilometers and is home to diverse wildlife, including forest elephants, leopards, and over 600 species of butterflies. The park also boasts more than 300 bird species, making it a prime spot for bird watching. Established as a national park in the year 1992, Kakom has become a significant site for both conservation and ecotourism. Number 8. Lake Volta. Located in southeastern Ghana, Lake Volta is the largest man-made lake in the world by surface area, spanning an impressive 8,502 square kilometers. This massive lake was formed in 1965 with the construction of the Ekosumbo Dam and serves multiple purposes, including hydroelectric power generation, transportation, and fishing. Stretching approximately 400 kilometers in length, Lake Volta is fed by the Black Volta and White Volta rivers and plays a vital role in Ghana's economy by providing electricity and supporting local industries. The creation of Lake Volta involved the resettlement of about 78,000 people from 740 villages. This significant displacement disrupted traditional livelihoods, such as farming and fishing, and introduced various socio-economic challenges, including child labor and trafficking in the fishing industry. However, Lake Volta has also opened new avenues for regional development, particularly in the timber industry, where submerged trees are harvested for sustainable hardwood production. Did you know that Ghana's sacred forests have been preserved for centuries due to their deep spiritual significance? Stay tuned. Number 9. Sacred forests. Sacred forests, or groves, in Ghana, play a crucial role in both cultural heritage and biodiversity conservation. These groves are small patches of forest that have been protected by local communities for centuries due to their spiritual and cultural significance. There are an estimated 2,000 to 3,200 sacred groves in Ghana, primarily located in the southern half of the country. The groves are managed through traditional practices that include core zones for ceremonial purposes, buffer zones for limited resource use, and surrounding areas that may be used for farming and logging in an ecologically sustainable way. This method of land management has proven effective in preserving biodiversity, with studies showing higher plant and animal species diversity within sacred groves compared to surrounding unprotected areas. One example is the Jogbo Sacred Grove, which, along with its buffer zone, boasts a significantly higher number of plant species than adjacent lands, many of which are used for medicinal purposes by local communities. Similarly, the Jachi Sacred Grove has been found to contain greater tree diversity and richness compared to nearby forest reserves. Number 10. Dubli Waterfalls. Nestled within the Egumatsa Wildlife Sanctuary, Dubli Waterfalls is surrounded by a rich diversity of flora and fauna. The sanctuary boasts over 200 bird species, 400 butterfly species, and a variety of monkeys and baboons. The journey to the lower falls is a relatively easy 45-minute walk through a lush tropical forest, where you'll cross clear streams several times. For those seeking more adventure, the hike to the upper falls is challenging but rewards you with stunning views and a tranquil atmosphere. Visitors to Dubli Waterfalls can enjoy swimming in the natural pools at the base of both the lower and upper falls. The area is also a hub for ecotourism and cultural experiences, with local guides available to share fascinating insights about the environment and the cultural significance of the falls to the Iwi people. Each year, approximately 15,000 tourists visit Dubli Waterfalls, providing a significant boost to the local economy through tourism. The community has several projects aimed at sustainable development, including an ostrich farm. Number 11. Lake Bosumtwi. Lake Bosumtwi, nestled in the Ashanti region of Ghana, is the country's only natural lake. Formed by a meteorite impact around 1 million years ago, this lake stretches over 6.5 miles in diameter and plunges to depths of around 230 to 240 feet. The lake sits in a lush mountainous region, encircled by steep crater walls blanketed in vegetation, creating a stunning and tranquil environment perfect for recreation and tourism. Lake Bosumtwi holds profound cultural and spiritual significance for the Ashanti people. The lake is considered sacred, and traditional beliefs prohibit the use of iron in its waters. Instead, locals use wooden planks called padua for boating. The lake is shrouded in various legends, including the tale of its discovery by a hunter named Akora Bompe, who found it while chasing an antelope that supposedly vanished into the water. The area around Lake Bosumtwi is a designated UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, boasting diverse ecosystems that include forests, wetlands, and mountains. It supports a wide variety of wildlife and plant species, making it a vital site for ecological research and environmental education. Ever wondered how the day of your birth could influence your destiny? Learn about Ghana's unique tradition of day names and their cultural significance. Number 12. Day names. In Ghana, a fascinating tradition of naming children based on the day of the week they are born is deeply embedded in the culture, especially among the Akan people. These day names carry significant meanings and are believed to shape the character and destiny of individuals. For example, boys born on Friday are called Kofi, while girls born on Saturday are named Ama. This practice is prevalent across various ethnic groups and often serves as the first name given to a child. The tradition is rooted in ancient beliefs and plays a critical role in personal identity. Day names can influence the roles individuals may play in their communities, as certain days are thought to impart specific strengths or weaknesses. This naming system is a profound expression of the Ghanaian worldview, highlighting the importance of timing in one's life and fate. It connects everyone within a generational cohort, providing a shared cultural identity that is distinctly Ghanaian. This tradition also extends to other ethnic groups in Ghana, such as the Iwi, Georgia, and Dagbani, each with their own variations of day names. Moreover, the practice has spread beyond Ghana, influencing naming customs in the Caribbean among descendants of enslaved Africans from the region. Number 13. The naming ceremony. In Ghana, the naming ceremony, known as outdooring, is a deeply significant cultural ritual that usually takes place 8 days after a child's birth. This ceremony marks the baby's formal introduction to the family and community and is believed to shape the child's future behavior and destiny. During the outdoor ceremony, various traditional rituals are performed. For example, among the Akan people, the ceremony includes raising the baby toward the sky 3 times to introduce them to the gods and the earth. In the Iwi and Georgia communities, an elder dips a finger in water and alcohol to symbolize the distinction between good and evil. This ceremony is not just a celebration of new life, but also an opportunity to pass down cultural values and strengthen community bonds. It is a cornerstone of Ghanaian cultural heritage, highlighting the importance of community and tradition in shaping individual identity. Number 14. Asafo flags. Asafo flags are important cultural artifacts crafted by the Fante people of Ghana, especially in the coastal regions. Known locally as franca, these flags serve as the regimental banners for Asafo companies, which are traditional community-based military units. The flags are vibrant and intricately designed, often using techniques like applique embroidery and painting on fabrics such as cotton, silk, and rayon. Each flag features symbols, proverbs, and motifs that convey messages about bravery, protection, and cultural pride. They are displayed during ceremonies, festivals, and other community events to assert the authority and status of the Asafo companies. The designs of Asafo flags are deeply rooted in Akan cultural symbolism and are influenced by European heraldic traditions, reflecting Ghana's colonial history. For example, many flags include the Union Jack to signify historical alliances or resistance during the colonial era. Despite these influences, the core elements of the flags remain true to Fante cultural heritage. Today, Asafo flags continue to play a vital role in community life, symbolizing cultural preservation and identity amidst modernization. They are celebrated not only within Ghana but also in international art circles for their historical and artistic significance. Ever wondered who were the key figures behind Ghana's independence? Discover the influential leaders known as the Big Six in their courageous fight for freedom. Number 15. The Big Six. The Big Six were pivotal figures in Ghana's struggle for independence from British colonial rule. These leaders of the United Gold Coast Convention, or UGCC, were arrested in 1948 following the Accra riots, an event that significantly accelerated the push for independence. The Big Six include Kwame Nkrumah, who became Ghana's first prime minister and president, along with other key figures instrumental in founding modern Ghana. The arrest of the Big Six in 1948 followed protests and riots in Accra, known as the Christiansborg Crossroads shooting. During this incident, unarmed veterans were shot by British police, leading to widespread unrest. This was a turning point in Ghana's fight for independence, showcasing the determination and resilience of its leaders and people. Number 16. Trotro system. The Trotro system in Ghana is a crucial part of the country's public transportation network, especially in urban areas like Accra. Trotros are privately owned minibuses that operate on fixed routes, providing an affordable and flexible means of transport for a large segment of the population. The name Trotro originates from the Georgia word for 3 pence, the fare that was historically charged. Trotros are the most cost-effective means of transport in Ghana, making them accessible to people from various economic backgrounds. They cover extensive routes within cities and between towns, ensuring that commuters can reach their destinations without spending much. This system is vital for daily commuting, offering a practical solution to the transportation needs of many Ghanaians. Number 17. Kumasi Central Market. Kumasi Central Market, also known as Kajetia Market, is the largest open-air market in Ghana and arguably the biggest in West Africa. Located in the heart of Kumasi, the capital of the Ashanti region, this bustling market is home to over 10,000 stores and stalls, offering a wide variety of goods ranging from fresh produce and seafood to textiles and handicrafts. The market is a vital economic hub, providing livelihoods for thousands of traders and serving as a key location for both wholesale and retail activities. It is known for its vibrant atmosphere, with traders and buyers negotiating prices amidst colorful displays and lively interactions. Currently, the market is undergoing a major redevelopment project aimed at modernizing its facilities and improving trading conditions. The project includes the construction of new stalls, cold storage facilities, and other infrastructure improvements. However, the redevelopment has faced delays, causing frustration among traders who have been temporarily relocated and are eager to return to improved trading conditions. Number 18. Ghanaian palaver sauce. Ghanaian palaver sauce, also known as palava sauce or condomeyer stew, is a traditional and beloved dish in Ghana. This hearty and nutritious stew is made with a variety of green leafy vegetables, primarily cocoyam leaves, though spinach or amaranth leaves can also be used as substitutes. The sauce is rich in protein and often includes ingredients such as ground melon seeds, known locally as agushi or agusi, palm oil, tomatoes, onions, garlic, ginger, and a selection of meats or fish. Palaver sauce is typically served with rice, boiled yams, plantains, or kenki, making it a versatile dish that pairs well with various staples. This stew is not only a culinary staple but also a cultural symbol, showcasing the rich agricultural heritage and culinary traditions of Ghana. Why is the golden stool considered the most sacred symbol of the Ashanti people? Stay tuned. Number 19. The golden stool. The golden stool, also known as Sika-Wa Kofi, is a paramount symbol of power and unity among the Ashanti people of Ghana. According to legend, it was conjured by Okomfo Anoki, the high priest, who caused it to descend from the sky into the lap of Oze Tutu, the first Asantehene, or king of the Ashanti, in the 17th century. This stool is believed to house the soul of the Ashanti nation, embodying the spirit of the living, the dead, and the yet-to-be-born Ashanti people. The golden stool is so sacred that it must never touch the ground. Instead, it is placed on a blanket or its own throne when not in use. It is only handled by the Asantehene and specific custodians, and during royal ceremonies the king is raised and lowered over the stool without making direct contact. The golden stool has played a central role in several historical conflicts, most notably the War of the Golden Stool in the year 1900. This conflict was sparked by British colonial demands to sit on the stool. The war was led by Yaya Asantewaa, the Queen Mother, who fiercely defended the stool's sanctity. The British never captured the stool, which remains a potent symbol of Ashanti sovereignty and cultural identity. Number 20. Ghanaian traditional medicine. Ghanaian traditional medicine is an integral part of the country's healthcare system, deeply rooted in cultural beliefs and practices. It encompasses herbal medicine, spiritual healing, and traditional techniques passed down through generations. Traditional healers, who are respected members of the community, use a variety of plant-based remedies and holistic approaches to treat ailments. The traditional medicine sector is a significant source of employment and has the potential to boost medical tourism. The herbal medicine industry is one of the fastest-growing sectors globally, with significant contributions from Ghana's rich biodiversity. This blend of ancient wisdom and natural resources makes Ghanaian traditional medicine a unique and vital component of the nation's identity and healthcare landscape. Before we explore the final aspects, I have a special 10-second request for all of you to listen. If you can help me in any way, just hitting that subscribe button would mean a lot. It greatly supports this channel, and if you do that for me, I promise my team and I will do everything we can to make this show even more amazing for you. Do we have a deal? Ever wondered how the Ashanti people honor their ancestors and celebrate their rich cultural heritage? Stay tuned. Number 21. Akwasi Festival. The Akwasi Festival is a vibrant and culturally significant event celebrated by the Ashanti people of Ghana. Held every 6 weeks on a Sunday, the festival is part of the larger Ede Festival cycle, which also includes the Awukude Festival held on a Wednesday within the same period. The Akwasi Festival honors ancestors and reaffirms the community's cultural heritage and unity. Central to the festival is the Asantehene, or King of the Ashanti, who presides over the celebrations at the Manhia Palace in Kumasi. The festival features a Durbar of chiefs, where the Asantehene meets with his subjects and subordinate chiefs. The golden stool, a sacred symbol of the Ashanti kingdom, is prominently displayed during the festivities. The festival includes grand processions, traditional drumming, dancing, and elaborate displays of kente cloth, reflecting the rich cultural heritage of the Ashanti people. It is also a time for offering prayers for unity, prosperity, and tranquility, and for making donations to those in need, especially during the final Akweside of the year, known as a Day Keese. Number 22. Highlife music. Highlife music, originating in Ghana, is a distinctive genre that combines traditional African rhythms with Western musical elements, creating a lively and melodic sound. This genre emerged in the late 19th century and gained widespread popularity in the mid-20th century, especially during Ghana's push for independence. Highlife music is characterized by its use of brass instruments, guitars, and percussion, often incorporating social commentary and storytelling in its lyrics. Highlife music has had a profound impact not only in Ghana but also across West Africa and beyond. It has inspired various music styles and continues to be celebrated for its vibrant rhythms and cultural significance. International bands like Osabisa have also played a role in promoting highlife music globally. What makes the Childbirth Street Art Festival a must-see event in Ghana? Discover how this festival transforms Accra's streets into a canvas of creativity and culture. Number 23. Childbirth Street Art Festival. The Childbirth Street Art Festival is an annual event held in Accra, Ghana, renowned for its vibrant celebration of art, music, dance, and culture. Taking place in the historic Jamestown neighborhood, it has become one of the most significant arts festivals in West Africa since its inception in the year 2011. The festival typically occurs in August and features a wide range of artistic expressions, including graffiti murals, street paintings, photo exhibitions, interactive installations, live performances, and even street boxing. Childbirth aims to foster an exchange of art and culture between local and international artists and the community. It provides a platform for artists to create site-specific works that engage with the public and the unique urban landscape of Accra. The festival not only showcases diverse art forms but also includes educational components such as salons and knowledge-sharing labs for children and youth. Number 24. Women. Did you know that women make up over 50% of Ghana's population? That's right, they are 50.13% of the total population, playing essential roles in agriculture, education, and entrepreneurship. In Ghana, women are the backbone of the agricultural sector. They are heavily involved in farming, fishing, and trading agricultural products. Many women engage in subsistence farming, which supports numerous rural households. Education is another area where Ghanaian women are making strides. There has been significant progress in increasing female enrollment in schools, although challenges remain. In the health sector, women are indispensable, serving as nurses, midwives, and community health workers. Ghanaian women are also renowned for their entrepreneurial spirit. Many run small and medium-sized enterprises. Organizations like Women's World Banking Ghana provide financial services to support these female entrepreneurs. The political landscape in Ghana is seeing more female representation than ever before. The country has witnessed several women holding important positions, including ministers and members of parliament. Efforts by the government to promote gender equality have led to more women being involved in decision-making processes. However, Ghanaian women still face numerous challenges, such as gender-based violence, limited access to education in some areas, and economic inequalities. Both governmental and non-governmental organizations are working tirelessly to address these issues and promote gender equality. Welcome back to GlobeGo. Are you ready to visit a beautiful tropical paradise where coconut trees sway gently and the waves create soothing sounds? If so, Tuvalu will be an exciting destination for you with 15 mysteries to uncover about this remote Pacific island nation. Tuvalu not only boasts stunning natural beauty but also a unique feature: you won't need to use your credit card here. Tuvalu is one of the least visited places in the world, yet the locals are always welcoming, and the women here are looking for love or a husband like you. Stay and find out what will impress you about Tuvalu. Number 15. Tuvalu is the least visited country in the world. Nestled in the vast ocean, Tuvalu exudes peaceful and mysterious beauty. With just 26 square kilometers of land, this island nation is home to about 11,000 people, mostly in the capital, Funafuti. There's only one airport with 2 weekly flights, and you can reach other islands by ferry. As the least visited country in the world, Tuvalu attracts around 2,000 tourists each year to its sun-drenched beaches and crystal-clear waters. The nation comprises over 100 small coral islands scattered across the Pacific Ocean, offering long white sand beaches, emerald waters, and romantic coconut groves. Immerse yourself in pristine nature and enjoy the fresh air. Tuvaluans are famous for their friendliness and hospitality, inviting you to experience their simple life, traditional fishing and boating, and savor typical dishes. Tuvalu enjoys a tropical climate with stable temperatures year-round, averaging between 82 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit. The climate is humid with significant rainfall, and the dry season from May to October is more pleasant. Constant trade winds from the east help reduce the heat, but the UV index is very high, so sun protection is essential. Number 14. Climate change and the impending submergence of Tuvalu. According to reports from New York on May 17, the year 2024, during a visit to the Pacific island nation of Tuvalu, United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres warned that Tuvalu is facing an existential threat from rising sea levels. The highest point on this island nation is only about 16 feet above sea level. Thus, amidst the vast ocean, Tuvalu, a small island nation with just over 11,000 residents, is facing a bleak future: complete submersion. It is dubbed as the first country at risk of disappearing due to climate change, bringing sadness to a unique culture and a dire warning to humanity. How is climate change threatening to erase an entire nation from the map? Could Tuvalu be the first country to disappear due to rising sea levels? Rising sea levels are the biggest threat to Tuvalu. The Tuvalu island nation has its highest point at only about 15 feet above sea level, while the average height above sea level is less than 7 feet. Since the year 1993, sea levels are estimated to have risen about 1/5 of an inch per year. According to the year 2011 reports by the Australian government, this island is only slightly above average sea level, from 3 to 13 feet, making it extremely vulnerable to flooding and erosion from sea waves. Climate change is causing sea levels to rise faster, expected to completely submerge Tuvalu within a few decades. On August the year 2023, NASA's Sea Level Change Group reported that Tuvalu is about 6.5 feet above sea level, and the surrounding ocean is rising 1.5 times the global average. High tides are predicted to inundate much of the land and vital infrastructure of this country by the year 2050. In June of the year 2023, The Guardian reported that, according to some estimates, high tides could flood 95% of the islands by 2100, rendering them essentially uninhabitable. The story looms over the lives of Tuvaluans. All aspects of life, economy, and culture are affected by this threat. They are forced to relocate to other islands, carrying their cultural identity and memories of their homeland. Number 13. The island nation dubbed the world's narrowest. Tuvalu is known as one of the smallest and most isolated countries in the world, and this very isolation has turned it into a unique destination in the Pacific. One of the most striking features of Tuvalu is its narrowness. On average, Tuvalu is only a little over 1 mile wide, with the widest point being just over 3 miles. This unusual narrowness is due to its location on low-lying coral islands, surrounded by vast expanses of ocean. Tuvalu's geography gives it a unique and unspoiled charm. It boasts pristine sandy beaches, crystal-clear turquoise waters, and lush tropical vegetation. This peaceful and uncommercial island nation offers spectacular natural beauty with attractions like coral islands, picturesque lagoons, and unique cultural customs. However, the limited land area poses significant challenges to Tuvalu's urban development and population growth. With limited space, densely populated areas struggle with housing shortages, limited infrastructure, and restricted economic opportunities. The narrow land area requires careful planning and sustainable resource management to ensure the well-being and livelihoods of Tuvalu's people. Additionally, Tuvalu's narrowness presents challenges for commerce and transportation. the lack of extensive road networks and the heavy reliance on maritime transport limit connectivity between islands and the outside world. This nation heavily depends on imports, making it vulnerable to supply chain disruptions. Okay, we just discovered some interesting things about this island nation. If you are impressed with this country or excited about coming to Tuvalu, please comment "Beautiful Island Nation" and let me see what you think. That is the motivation for us to continue producing more quality videos for you. Number 12. Unusual economy and living expenses. Facing not only natural disasters but also a struggling economy, Tuvalu has had its share of challenges. The Development Investment Fund for Tuvalu, established in the late 80s, has faced numerous economic crises. However, adversity breeds innovation, and the Tuvalu government has been incredibly creative in seeking revenue sources. From the early 90s to the year 2000, Tuvalu leased its memorable 688 phone numbers to businesses providing phone services. This business model helped Tuvalu bring in over $1,600,000 annually. Despite the financial boost, public protest prompted the government to cease leasing in the year 2000. At that time, Finance Minister Lala Mesa declared that the island nation could only sustain itself for a few more years before exhausting its capital. As of the year 2024, the cost of living in Tuvalu, especially in Funafuti, is relatively modest but not the cheapest compared to other locations globally. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in the city center costs about $246, while outside the city center it's about $169. Estimated monthly utility costs per person are about $43.20. A meal at a budget restaurant costs around $4.36, and common grocery items such as milk are $1.14 per liter, bread is 89 cents for half a kilogram, and chicken breast is $4.37 per kilogram. A local transport ticket costs about 55 cents, and a monthly pass costs around $22.30. Gasoline is $1.08 per liter. Internet service with speeds of 50 megabits per second costs approximately $25.10 per month. Basic healthcare services, like a doctor's visit, cost around $24.90, and a simple haircut costs about $4.89. Overall, the monthly cost of living for a single person without rent is estimated at $576, making Tuvalu one of the more affordable countries in the world in terms of living costs. Number 11. The beauty of Tuvalu women. Tuvaluan women captivate with their unique charm, blending traditional Polynesian beauty with warm, loyal hearts. Their radiant skin and expressive eyes create a striking allure, complemented by curvy, voluptuous bodies, reflecting their Polynesian heritage. With thick, shiny hair ranging from dark brown to black, and distinctive broad noses, they embody a rich cultural beauty. Friendly and hospitable, Tuvaluan women are often outgoing and community-oriented, valuing respect, kindness, and loyalty. Life in Tuvalu revolves around family and community, with women deeply involved in traditional activities like weaving and dancing, and actively participating in communal events. Many pursue local education, with some seeking higher studies abroad, particularly in neighboring Pacific countries. Why are women in Tuvalu considered some of the loneliest in the world? What social and geographical factors contribute to this profound isolation? Deeply loyal and devoted partners, Tuvaluan women cherish relationships and family ties. Fluent in both Tuvaluan and English, they navigate communication and educational opportunities with ease. Despite their warmth, Tuvaluan women often experience profound loneliness due to the country's geographical isolation. Travel is difficult and expensive, and the small population limits social interactions, making new relationships hard to form. Compared to women in larger, more connected nations, they face unique challenges, furthered by Tuvalu's limited global visibility, which amplifies their sense of isolation. Number 10. Peaceful and beautiful capital. Funafuti is Tuvalu's busiest and most populous capital. This unique atoll offers a quiet and peaceful atmosphere, unlike any other capital city. Funafuti consists of a narrow landmass surrounding a large lagoon, stretching approximately 13 to 15 miles long and 200 to 400 yards wide. With a population of around 6,000 people, more than half of Tuvalu's entire population, Funafuti is the country's bustling administrative center and hub. Its distinct features truly set it apart from other capitals around the globe. Despite being only about 400 yards wide at its broadest, Funafuti narrows significantly in some areas, even down to just 20 yards. This compact size adds to its charm, with a vibrant and bustling city life. The capital has one main road stretching from north to south, which takes about 15 minutes to traverse. As you travel this road, you can see the sea on both sides. Motorbikes are the main means of transportation for the locals, and the streets become lively and crowded in the evening. Interestingly, the capital's runway is not just for flights, it also doubles as a soccer field or a place to dry clothes. When the weather gets especially hot, people even sleep on the runway. Despite its narrow shape, Funafuti is a vibrant center of cultural, commercial, and administrative activities. Its compact nature allows residents and tourists to move easily through the capital in just a few minutes, fostering a sense of community cohesion among the people of Tuvalu. Funafuti exudes a familiar and friendly atmosphere where people interact and support each other daily. Number 9. Unique ecosystem and culture of Tuvalu. Tuvalu, a tiny island paradise in the Pacific, is a vibrant haven of rare marine and island life. Picture coral reefs brimming with colorful fish, corals, and marine creatures, while birds, reptiles, and wildlife thrive on land. This rich ecosystem is the lifeblood of the locals, offering food, income, and ecotourism opportunities. What rare and vibrant marine life can be found in Tuvalu's waters? How does the rich ecosystem support the local culture and economy? Off Funafuti's west coast lies a stunning 33-square-kilometer marine reserve bursting with fish, coral, algae, and invertebrates. This reserve's small islands are vital nesting grounds for endangered green sea turtles. Here visitors can dive, explore the ocean, and camp, with rental equipment and tour guides readily available. Snorkeling, coral viewing, kayaking, bird watching, and exploring historical sites make ecotourism a beacon of hope for Tuvalu's economy. Tuvalu's culture is a beautiful blend of Polynesian traditions and British colonial influences. Traditional dances like the lepi for women and fatal for men, performed in vibrant costumes, are a joyous expression of their heritage at community events, weddings, and festivals. English and Tuvaluan are spoken widely, and the locals' hospitality makes every visitor feel at home. While internet connectivity is limited, it's a perfect chance to immerse in local culture, bond with the community, and savor the island's unique charm. Tuvaluan women shine in weaving and crafting traditional mats and fans from pandanus leaves, essential in daily life and ceremonies. Their talent in music and dance is showcased at cultural events, keeping Tuvalu's heritage alive and thriving. Number 8. History of Tuvalu. Tuvalu's history is a fascinating tapestry that spans thousands of years. Archaeological evidence shows that people have inhabited these islands for millennia. Brave Polynesian navigators, guided by the stars and ocean currents, sporadically settled these islands, bringing with them their traditions, customs, and knowledge. These seafaring individuals established a unique culture that blended Polynesian traditions with the realities of life on remote atolls. In the 16th century, European explorers arrived, enticed by tales of paradise. By the late 19th century, Tuvalu, then known as the Ellice Islands, fell under British rule, later becoming part of the Gilbert and Ellice Islands colony. Despite colonial pressures, Tuvaluans preserved their unique identity and customs. The 20th century brought global conflicts and economic struggles, yet the Tuvaluan spirit remained unbroken. In the year 1978, Tuvalu gained independence and embraced self-determination. Today, it stands resilient against environmental threats like rising sea levels and climate change, committed to preserving its rich cultural heritage. Tuvaluan society has always centered around extended family groups, or kenga, with women playing essential roles. From managing households to contributing economically and socially, their influence has been vital in maintaining the cultural fabric of Tuvalu from ancient times to today. Number 7. Tuvalu creating a digital nation. Tuvalu is embarking on an extraordinary project to safeguard its national heritage from the looming threats of climate change and rising sea levels. This small island nation plans to create a digital version of itself in the metaverse, aiming to become the world's first fully replicated country in a virtual space. The metaverse is an evolving frontier where virtual reality might integrate into daily life, allowing people to interact and role-play seamlessly between different virtual environments, much like moving from one room to another in the physical world. In this ambitious plan, Tuvalu intends to digitally recreate Tu, its smallest island and the first likely to disappear due to rising sea levels. This virtual superverse will feature the island's natural landscapes, landmarks, and cultural sites. Each resident will have a three-dimensional avatar, enabling them to revisit their old island, converse in their native language, and preserve their customs and traditions. However, to access this digital realm, they may need to relocate to areas with better computer and internet facilities. Number 6. Tuvalu is a place that makes you feel cut off from the rest of the world. If you come to Tuvalu, you need to know that it is incredibly remote, making you feel cut off from the rest of the world. Among the 8 inhabited islands, only the capital, Funafuti, has a regular electricity supply. Instead of newspapers, the government issues leaflet publications. Satellite television service is available only with pre-registration, and there is just one radio station. The currency used here is the Australian dollar, but for ease, we'll refer to everything in US dollars. Why does Tuvalu make visitors feel cut off from the rest of the world? What are the challenges and charms of living in such a remote location? When visiting Tuvalu, tourists should carry cash because there are no credit card services in the country. They have only one bank, the Tuvalu National Bank, which is open from 10 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon on Thursdays, and from 9 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon on Fridays. Most of the population lives in villages of a few hundred people, where the main occupations are farming and traditional fishing from handmade boats. The locals love music and dancing and have a passion for sports like volleyball, football, and cricket. While life in Tuvalu is gradually modernizing, it still relies heavily on strong traditions where unity among people and cultural identity are paramount. Number 5. Tuvalu is a resource-poor country. Most of the people in Tuvalu are farmers, usually living in villages with just a few hundred residents. They spend their days tending to gardens and engaging in traditional fishing using handmade boats. Tuvalu's main sources of income include foreign aid, stamp production, and fees from foreign fishing vessels. According to the United Nations Development Program, Tuvalu is classified as a resource-poor country and is particularly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. Life on the island is tough due to the absence of rivers and streams. The residents rely on rainwater and drilled wells for fresh water. In the year 2011, Tuvalu declared a state of emergency due to severe water shortages, prompting New Zealand to step in and provide fresh water. With swampy soil and saline intrusion, agriculture struggles to thrive. However, locals manage to grow coconuts, bananas, and taro. Islanders also raise pigs, chickens, and fish for seabirds, fish, and seafood to supplement their diets. Most food and fuel must be imported. Interestingly, pig farms are situated near the airport along the coastline. Farmers visit these farms every morning and evening to feed their animals. Number 4. Historical kidnappings into slavery. In the late 19th century, Tuvalu, along with many other Pacific islands, endured a tragic event known as the blackbirding trade. This cruel practice involved the abduction of indigenous people for forced labor on plantations in Fiji and Australia. What dark chapter in Tuvalu's history involved the abduction of its people into slavery? How did this traumatic event shape the nation's development and social structure? While a few people volunteered, most were either deceived or coerced onto ships by sailors pretending to be priests. These victims were often tricked or forcibly taken aboard, only to face brutal treatment and exploitation on distant plantations. Blackbirding had severe repercussions for Tuvalu, leading to several serious consequences. The most significant impact was a drastic decrease in the island's population. Many young men were abducted and taken into forced labor, resulting in a shortage of labor for economic and social activities, which hindered the island's development. The traditional social structure of Tuvalu was disrupted as well. The loss of young men weakened families and communities, severing victims from their families and culture, and causing profound psychological and emotional trauma. Additionally, blackbirding instilled a deep sense of fear and insecurity within the Tuvaluan community. People lived in constant fear of being kidnapped and enslaved, causing them to stay home and avoid social activities. The blackbirding trade finally ended around the year 1872 after the British Pacific Islanders Protection Act made this practice illegal, thanks to persistent advocacy by missionaries. Alright, our next 3 things will definitely impress you. Before moving, if you could help me out, it just takes 10 seconds to hit that subscribe button. That would mean a lot to us and support the channel a lot. In return, we promise to continue making the show even better for you. Agree? Number 3, Tuvalu is a peaceful island nation without a military. Tuvalu, a tiny nation in the Pacific Ocean, is remarkable for one unique reason: it has no military. Instead of spending on weapons and soldiers, Tuvalu invests in peace and community development. With no major security threats, the people enjoy a warm and welcoming atmosphere. The government prioritizes education, healthcare, and other essential services to enhance the quality of life. Tuvalu's security is handled by just 24 lightly armed police officers who maintain order and assist in emergencies. Australia has promised to protect Tuvalu and is ready to respond to any threats. Despite lacking a military, Tuvalu has strong defense ties with Australia and New Zealand, ensuring support in complex situations. Tuvalu's choice to forgo a military underscores its dedication to peace and progress. It stands as a testament to how a society can flourish without violence. The peaceful and hopeful spirit of the Tuvaluan people shines as they build a bright future based on cooperation and harmony. Number 2, the easiest visa policy in the world. Tuvalu has the freest visa policy in the world, yet no one visits. Anyone from any country on the planet can go to Tuvalu without needing a visa or can obtain one upon arrival. No citizen from any nation needs to apply for a visa beforehand. Unlike many other places, Tuvalu's visa on arrival policy makes it easy for tourists to explore its wonders without dealing with cumbersome paperwork or pre-approval procedures. This open-door policy offers a fresh approach to tourism and cultural exchange, inviting visitors from all corners of the globe to experience the unique charm and hospitality of Tuvalu. With such simple visa procedures, visiting Tuvalu has never been easier. You just need to bring a passport valid for at least 6 months and a round-trip ticket to prove your ability to pay for the trip. Upon arriving at Tuvalu International Airport, you will be granted a visa to stay for 30 days. Number 1, Tuvalu plans for population resettlement due to coastal erosion. Spanning across 2 of Tuvalu's 9 islands, this tiny nation has even considered relocating its entire population to New Zealand or Fiji. However, Australia has stepped in with a promise to protect Tuvalu from the devastating effects of climate change. Each year, Australia will welcome 280 migrants from Tuvalu, which will significantly boost the remittances sent back to this island nation of about 11,000 people, threatened by rising sea levels. In addition to this, Australia will provide funds for land reclamation projects in Tuvalu, aiming to expand the land area in the capital, Funafuti, by approximately 6%. Moreover, Tuvaluan citizens will be allowed to live, study, and work in Australia, gaining access to education, healthcare, and financial support for their families. If you liked today's video, please give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel Globe Go. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen now. I am sure you will like this content. Comment below with the next country you'd like to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. South Korea, an incredibly advanced nation in Asia, is famous for its swift progress in cultural phenomena like K-pop and the Korean wave, known as Hallyu. Yet, beyond the glitz and glamour, this country is also known for its unique and often very strict rules and traditions. Today we're going to uncover 20 intriguing taboos and unusual customs that you can only find in South Korea. Join us as we explore the captivating and sometimes surprising aspects of Korean life that you won't see in any travel guide. 1. No deep V-neck clothes revealing some skin. In South Korea, wearing deep V-neck outfits that reveal a lot of skin can be considered a cultural taboo, especially in conservative settings. While the younger generation and people in urban areas might be more accepting of such styles, revealing clothing, particularly those that expose cleavage, is generally frowned upon in more traditional and older segments of society. In many countries, wearing eye-catching outfits is common. However, in South Korea, you won't see women dressing in such revealing styles. Even deep V-neck clothes might attract disapproving and disdainful looks from Koreans. You may notice Korean singers wearing very revealing outfits on stage. As artists, their dressing style tends to be more unconventional than most people's. As a leading country in the fashion industry, Korean women naturally have countless choices. Yet, most refrain from wearing deep V-neck clothes for fear of negative judgment. South Koreans hold traditional and conservative views on women's attire, emphasizing modesty in clothing. Although modern individuals are generally more open-minded about fashion, there is still a limit to this dress style. Even when going to the beach, Korean women typically avoid bikinis. They may wear them for photos, but then quickly change into thinly covered dresses from head to toe. Despite not showing cleavage or revealing their figures, Korean women still manage to captivate with their charm and elegance. While deep V-neck clothing can draw disapproving stares, it's important to remember that staring at locals can be equally frowned upon, creating a fascinating interplay between personal presentation and social etiquette in South Korean culture. 2. Prohibition on staring at locals. It is considered extremely impolite and socially unacceptable to stare at others, especially at local residents in this country. This cultural norm is deeply rooted in the Korean values of maintaining social harmony and respecting personal space. A quick glance is fine, but standing there and staring at someone from head to toe can be seen as highly disrespectful. Koreans may even scold you and ask you to leave. Staring can be perceived as an invasion of personal boundaries and can negatively impact a person's self-confidence. Prolonged, direct staring is often interpreted as rude or even aggressive. Koreans typically prefer more subtle and indirect forms of observation and interaction to avoid causing discomfort. This norm is essential in maintaining the polite and respectful social atmosphere that is highly valued in Korean culture. The behaviors that make others stand out, whether intentional or not, are generally unwelcome. Regardless of the context or your expression, staring tends to make people feel uncomfortable. So when you are in South Korea, no matter how curious you are, don't stand there staring at others. Instead, approach them and express your curiosity. It will be much better received. 3. Prohibition on revealing tattoos. When visiting South Korea, covering up your tattoos is essential. Despite its modernity, South Korea is quite conservative about tattoos. Social biases and strict legal regulations mean many public places in the land of kimchi refuse service to those with visible tattoos. While tattooing itself is legal, it can only be performed by licensed medical professionals, so most tattoo artists operate outside the law. You'll often see signs at gyms, swimming pools, hotels, or cafes in South Korea saying, "Not allowed if the tattoo is larger than 15 centimeters or cover your tattoos with clothing when entering." Tattoos are becoming more popular, especially among younger people, but society still harbors biases against them. One reason is that many recent crimes and suspects in South Korea have had tattoos. Confucianism, widely practiced in the country, promotes the idea that people should preserve their bodies as they were born, contributing to the negative perceptions of tattoos. In mainstream media, tattoos are often covered with flesh-colored tape or makeup, even though there are no specific regulations about airing tattoos on screen. A recent survey by Korea Research with 1,000 people aged 18 and older found that about 66% of adults consider tattoos a mistake and 60% feel uncomfortable with large tattoos. While there isn't a law banning the display of tattoos, societal norms discourage their visibility, especially in professional and formal settings. This is slowly changing as younger Koreans and celebrities, including K-pop stars, embrace tattoos as a form of self-expression. However, the Constitutional Court of South Korea recently upheld the ban on non-medical professionals performing tattoos, reinforcing the existing legal framework. To avoid unnecessary trouble and being denied service, it's best to cover up tattoos when visiting South Korea. What are your thoughts on the societal norms surrounding tattoos in South Korea? Have you ever experienced or witnessed any cultural biases against tattoos during your travels? Share your stories and opinions in the comments. 4. Smoking ban on the streets. Strolling around the streets of South Korea in the freezing weather, you might feel the urge to light a cigarette. However, as soon as you ignite it, you might be surprised to find yourself approached by the police. Upon reaching the police station, you'll be informed that smoking in public places is prohibited. In recent years, South Korea has implemented several strict regulations on smoking in public places, including a ban on smoking on the streets. This is part of the broader National Health Promotion Act, which was enacted in the year 2015 to reduce smoking rates and protect non-smokers from secondhand smoke. The law prohibits smoking in all indoor public places such as restaurants, cafes, bars, and public transportation, as well as within 10 meters of any public building entrance or exit, including schools, hospitals, and government offices. For foreign visitors, it's advisable to observe no smoking signs carefully. If you accidentally smoke in a restricted area, you may face penalties under the law. Violators of the smoking ban in unauthorized areas can face fines up to $100, and repeat offenders may face higher fines or even imprisonment. Before we continue, I have a 10-second request for all of you. If you can help us out, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to us. In return, we promise to keep making this show even better for you. Deal? 5. Drinking culture. If you've watched Korean dramas and movies, you'll notice that alcohol is a staple at gatherings, friend meetups, and company parties. In South Korea, drinking is strictly for adults, and many eagerly look forward to the day they can legally enjoy their first sip. For Koreans, drinking is more than just a social activity, it's a cherished cultural tradition. Soju, a traditional Korean alcoholic beverage, is a national favorite. Priced affordably at just a few dollars, it's loved for its sweet taste and smoothness. But drinking with Koreans involves a unique set of customs and etiquette. Koreans never pour their own drinks, they pour for each other. Always check if someone's glass is empty before refilling it, and never let the bottle touch the rim of the glass, as this is reserved for offerings to the deceased. When pouring for elders or those of higher status, use both hands. If an elder offers you a drink, stand up, bow slightly, accept it with both hands, and wait for them to drink first before taking a sip. Younger people should also turn away when drinking to avoid doing so directly in front of their elders. These detailed drinking customs may seem complex, but as the saying goes, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. By following these rules, you show respect for Korean culture and ensure a smooth and enjoyable social experience. 6. Prohibitions in gift giving. In every culture, gifts carry different meanings. Korea is no exception, with specific taboos surrounding gift giving to prevent unfortunate misunderstandings. One of the most important rules is to avoid giving sharp objects like knives or scissors. In Korean culture, these items symbolize the desire to sever ties with the recipient and are associated with evil and malevolence. Receiving such a gift is considered very inauspicious. Another gift to steer clear of is a handkerchief. In Korea, handkerchiefs are used to wipe away sweat and tears, symbolizing hard work and sorrow. Additionally, the word for handkerchief in Hangul characters can be interpreted as meaning separation or farewell. For couples in love, giving shoes is highly discouraged. Shoes are seen as a way for one to walk out of the relationship quickly. To counteract this negative symbolism, if shoes are given as a gift, the recipient often gives back a small amount of money, turning the gift into a transaction and thus preventing any negative impact on the relationship. Legally, the Kim Young-ran law, enacted in the year 2016, strictly limits the value of gifts that public officials, educators, and journalists can receive to combat corruption. Gifts are capped at 50,000 won, approximately $46, and meals at 30,000 won, roughly $28. In workplaces, gift-giving customs are observed on specific occasions such as marriages, funerals, maternity leave, or retirements. Typical gifts include modest items like rice cakes, while expensive or overly personal gifts are avoided to maintain professional decorum. 7. Superstitions before exams. In Korea, achieving success isn't just about hard work and dedication. Many Koreans also rely on spirituality and luck, especially during exam season. The college entrance exam is a significant milestone, demanding intense focus and energy from students. To enhance their chances, they adhere to various taboos. One widely followed taboo is avoiding seaweed soup before exams. Seaweed is slippery, and this quality is believed to symbolize slipping in exams. There's even a Korean proverb that links eating seaweed soup to failing. Similarly, oily and glossy foods like black bean noodles are also off-limits, as they might cause luck to slip away. Another common saying, as broken as porridge, leads students to avoid eating porridge before exams. Additionally, washing hair the day before the exam is considered bad luck, as it might wash away knowledge. These superstitions might seem odd to outsiders, but they are an integral part of Korean culture. Respecting these customs, no matter how irrational they may appear, is essential. 8. Prohibition of writing names in red ink. Using red ink to write someone's name is a major taboo in this country. Red ink symbolizes blood, pain, and loss in South Korean culture. Historically, the names of those sentenced to death were written in chicken blood, which later became red ink. Writing someone's name in red ink is seen as a reminder that their life is nearing its end. This belief also applies to groups and organizations. For instance, a business facing bankruptcy might have its owner's name or the company's name written in red ink. When someone passes away, family members sometimes write the deceased's name in red ink to ward off evil spirits. But outside these contexts, using red ink is considered a curse. Red ink also signifies conflict and aggression. In ancient times, samurai would write an opponent's name in red ink to challenge them to a duel. Today, this might mean a desire to cut off communication. Additionally, red ink is typically used for correcting mistakes, so using it in other contexts can make people uncomfortable or feel disrespected. While writing names in red ink is steeped in historical symbolism and cultural taboos, the intriguing urban legend of fan death shows how deeply rooted beliefs can shape everyday behaviors and even influence product designs in South Korea. 9. Fan death. Did you know that in South Korea, there's a widely believed urban legend that sleeping in a closed room with an electric fan running can cause death? This intriguing belief, known as fan death, emerged in the mid-20th century and suggests that hypothermia, asphyxiation, or dehydration could be the culprits. However, none of these theories are backed by scientific evidence. Despite the lack of proof, this myth has persisted over the years. It influences how people in South Korea use fans and even impacts product design. Many electric fans in South Korea come equipped with timers, a direct result of this enduring belief. Medical experts, including Dr. Yeon Hee-yoon from Seoul National University, have dismissed these claims. They explain that the human body can regulate its temperature and that electric fans do not deplete oxygen levels in a room. Yet the myth continues to thrive, largely due to cultural transmission and media reinforcement. Fan death is a fascinating example of how folklore can shape public perception, even when scientific evidence says otherwise. 10. Public baths. Jjimjilbang. Jjimjilbangs, traditional Korean bathhouses, offer a fascinating cultural experience that combines relaxation, wellness, and socialization. These facilities feature gender-separated baths with various hot and cold pools, scrubbing stations, and mandatory pre-soak showers to maintain hygiene standards. After bathing, guests don provided uniforms and move to communal areas, which include themed saunas made from materials like jade, salt, or clay, each designed for specific health benefits. Popular bangs like Dragon Hill Spa in Seoul and Spa Land Seonam City in Busan offer extensive facilities including entertainment rooms, gyms, and cafes. The experience is highly social and family-oriented, with common sights of family members scrubbing each other in a non-sexual environment. Essential bangs etiquette includes thorough pre-soaking cleaning and respectful use of shared spaces. Visitors often indulge in traditional snacks like hard-boiled eggs and saikai, enhancing the relaxation experience. The alternating hot and cold baths are believed to improve circulation and skin health, while the unique saunas provide detoxification and stress relief. 11. Beauty standards. Korean beauty standards have captivated the globe, thanks to the immense popularity of K-pop and K-dramas. These standards emphasize certain physical traits like large eyes, often achieved through double eyelid surgery, and a V-shaped jawline. Clear, glowing skin is highly prized and maintained through meticulous skincare routines, while a slim figure, typically achieved through strict diets and exercise, is also essential. Additionally, a pointed nose, straight eyebrows, and perfectly aligned teeth are highly desirable, with many individuals undergoing cosmetic procedures to meet these ideals. The media plays a significant role in reinforcing these standards, contributing to South Korea's reputation as a leading exporter of beauty products and the plastic surgery capital of the world. However, this relentless pursuit of physical perfection can result in substantial social pressure and psychological consequences, such as low self-esteem and eating disorders among young people. 12. Dining customs. Korean dining customs are steeped in tradition and respect, with several important rules to follow at the table. First, it is crucial not to lift bowls of rice or soup off the table while eating. Instead, keep the bowls on the table and use a spoon for these dishes. Using your personal utensils to take food from communal dishes is considered unhygienic. Always use communal utensils or a clean spoon for this purpose. Respect for elders is paramount, so always wait for the eldest person to start eating before you begin. Keep noise to a minimum while eating. This means no loud slurping or chewing with an open mouth. When it comes to drinking, never pour your own drink. Instead, pour drinks for others and let them pour for you. Double dipping is a big no-no, and you should not leave the table before the elders have finished their meal. Fidgeting with chopsticks is also considered disrespectful, especially pointing with them or sticking them upright in a bowl of rice. Excessive talking or distractions like using a smartphone during meals should be avoided to maintain a respectful dining atmosphere. 13. Prohibition on tipping at restaurants. If you're in South Korea, thrilled with the excellent service at a shop, you decide to show your appreciation by leaving a tip. To your surprise, the server gives you an angry look and refuses the money. This reaction is rooted in cultural differences. In South Korea, exceptional service in restaurants, eateries, and other service sectors is the norm and part of the job, not something that needs to be rewarded with a tip. Offering a tip can actually be seen as an insult, suggesting that the staff aren't already compensated fairly. It might even be interpreted as implying they are only being polite to receive extra money. Negative views on tipping are widespread in South Korea. Service workers, shopkeepers, and taxi drivers don't expect tips and won't bring it up. If you really want to show your appreciation, a better way is to let them keep the change if the amount is small. This is considered more discreet and respectful. 14. Times at the dining table. Unlike some other Asian cultures where lifting your bowl is common, Koreans keep their bowls on the table, using chopsticks or a spoon to scoop up their food. Lifting the bowl is seen as akin to begging for food. When it comes to soup, Koreans do not bring the bowl close to their mouth to sip. They also have a strong dislike for noise while chewing rice, considering it impolite and unpleasant for others. To avoid spitting out food, they limit talking while chewing. Additionally, it's crucial not to eat too slowly or too quickly. The key is to match the eating pace of the eldest person at the table. Leaving the table before the eldest is finished is considered very rude. Koreans are very mindful of their eating habits. While some actions may seem awkward to outsiders, they are essential to Korean culture. When dining in Korea, try to follow these customs to show respect for their traditions. 15. Respect for elders. Showing respect for elders is a cornerstone of society, deeply rooted in Confucian values. One of the most notable aspects is the use of honorific language, known as John Day Mal. Younger individuals must address elders with specific respectful terms and titles rather than using first names. Physical gestures play a significant role in demonstrating respect. Bowing, avoiding direct eye contact, and not sitting directly opposite an elder are all ways to show humility. When giving or receiving items, it is considered polite to use both hands. During meals, one must wait for the oldest person to start eating before beginning their own meal. Additionally, it is customary for younger individuals to offer their seats to elders on public transport. Modesty in dress is another important aspect of showing respect, with conservative clothing being the norm, especially in formal settings. These customs and prohibitions are integral to maintaining the social hierarchy and ensuring harmony in Korean society. While respecting elders with specific gestures and language is a vital aspect of South Korean culture, navigating the subtleties of chopstick etiquette can be equally important to avoid unintentional disrespect at the dining table. 16. Forbidden chopstick practices. When you visit South Korea, you might be keen to try using chopsticks like the locals. But before you do, it's important to understand some key cultural taboos to avoid any unintentional missteps. First, using uneven chopsticks, crossing them, sticking them into rice, or chewing on them are all considered major taboos. These actions have been seen as bad luck since ancient times. Traditionally, it was believed that after a person died, the coffin lid would not be sealed immediately. The coffin, made of 2 short wooden boards on the sides and 3 long ones on the bottom, created a shape resembling a coffin when assembled, symbolizing an unfortunate event. Hence, uneven chopsticks are viewed as an ominous sign. Tapping chopsticks against a bowl is another big no-no. In the past, beggars would tap on bowls with chopsticks to make noise while asking for food. This behavior is considered disrespectful and brings bad luck, especially when dining with others. One action you should absolutely avoid is sticking chopsticks vertically into a bowl of rice. This act resembles placing incense in a bowl, which is a ritual for the dead. Inserting chopsticks into rice is seen as a ritual offering for the deceased. If you do this, you might attract disapproval and immediate attention for your lack of cultural awareness during the meal. 17. Prohibitions wearing shoes inside the house. Taking off your shoes before entering a home is a long-standing cultural practice driven by practical, hygienic, and cultural reasons. This tradition helps keep homes clean, as shoes worn outside can bring in dirt, dust, and pollutants, ensuring a healthier indoor environment. Traditional Korean homes often have delicate flooring, such as wood or heated ondol systems, which can be easily damaged by shoes. Removing shoes also shows cultural respect and etiquette, particularly when visiting elders. There are also superstitions and feng shui beliefs that suggest wearing shoes indoors can bring bad luck or negative energy into the home. Hospitality is another factor, with hosts often providing indoor slippers to make guests feel comfortable and respected. This custom highlights the importance of cleanliness, respect, and tradition in Korean society. 18. Prohibition on wasting food. Have you ever noticed in Korean movies or during a visit to South Korea that there's hardly any leftover food? Koreans are famous for their careful and frugal approach to food. This deep-rooted attitude starts from a young age, as Korean children are taught not to waste food. It's all about showing gratitude for nature's bounty and appreciating the hard work of those who cook. Korean households typically have large refrigerators, packed with a variety of dishes. Breakfast tables are often filled with many small portions, including different soups, rice, and side dishes. Traditionally, a meal in a Korean family includes about 6 dishes tailored to the tastes of everyone at the table. Remarkably, they finish almost everything on their plates. Korean women have a knack for balancing portions to ensure everyone gets just enough to be satisfied. This cultural habit of avoiding food waste isn't just practical, it's a sincere expression of respect and gratitude. Every meal is enjoyed with heartfelt thanks, making each bite a celebration of food and family. 19. Comfortably discussing hygiene matters. One surprising aspect of Korean culture is how openly they discuss hygiene matters, even though modesty and respect are highly valued. It might seem odd, but Koreans comfortably talk about hygiene during meals. Conversations about how their stomach feels, digestive issues, home cleanliness, hygiene practices, and even the effects of certain foods on bowel movements are as normal as any other topic. In Korea, discussing personal hygiene, even while eating, is common. Health and hygiene are not considered sensitive subjects. So, if you hear Koreans talking about these things during a meal, just keep eating. They're not likely to stop anytime soon. While these open discussions about hygiene might be surprising, there's another cultural norm in Korea that you must be aware of, especially if you find yourself out and about on a Friday night. 20. Prohibition on touching people sleeping on the street. South Korea is known for its remarkably low crime rates and high life expectancy, but that doesn't mean Koreans don't know how to enjoy life. Every Friday from late afternoon into the evening, the streets of Seoul, the capital city, come alive with office workers. But instead of heading home, they flock to bars and restaurants to unwind after a hard week of work. Drinking is a significant part of Korean office culture. It's not uncommon for companies to cover the costs for these social gatherings, making it hard to avoid participating. By midnight, you'll often see intoxicated men lying in parks, on benches, or even in the subway. This might seem shocking, but it's a common sight in Korean cities. Despite the health implications of these drinking sessions, there's an important cultural norm to be aware of. Never touch these individuals or their belongings. Helping them can be misunderstood, and you could be seen as a criminal or threat. So, no matter how much you want to assist, it's best to let them be. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Globe Go, your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that's appearing on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love the content. Comment below on the next country you'd like to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.